All right, so a lot of my comments have been asking about this and continuously asking me to make it a video. I kind of mentioned this like a few times in previous videos as like a one-off like statement. So I thought that was enough to like sort of say like that's my thoughts on the situation. But a lot of players are like, hey, go. Do you actually think it's true? So I'll show you what the evidence we have here and if it's going to happen. Remember, I've been saying bunny update all year. It was supposed to happen because originally they said that we like those updates because they're our best performing updates. So them scrapping it was a little bit questionable, as they literally said that that's our best performing updates. But then again, this year was on crack cocaine. This year was literally just the weirdest year of Nikke. You had so many different things, so anything is planned to change. They don't want normality to be a thing. They want it to be sort of hectic and make you like, oh my god, this is gonna be coming soon, so I gotta maybe go for this, but then this, you know, they want that sort of fear of FOMO. So they want to establish that in a different way, which this year was definitely that. Everything was all over the place. So anything is possible for the rest of the year, who knows? But let me show you the proof and what we think might happen. Like and subscribe and help set it aside. And also the event calendar got published. Thought I'd show that to you so you guys are aware. Yeah, here we go. Pretty much, what do we know? We know this. The Bunny Girl Casino event might be the next thing that we're actually getting. Because remember, how it works is an archive is what teases potentially what's coming soon. And a skin for a mission pass is also a teaser for what's potentially coming soon. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. This year, Trina and Flora were both teased via these sort of events. They were teased like that. There were other Nikkes as well. It's not just them. For example, was it Kay who was teased like that? And one more. Trina. I don't think was it Aegis Squad? No, it wasn't Aegis Squad, right? It wasn't Mana either. So maybe that was it. Flora was there. That was one that I remembered. Trina was there. Maybe it was Kay was the last one. But pretty much when they do those things, it teases it. So what was teased this time? First, special costume Exia Hacker Rabbit. The only two times we've gotten before a skin that is for a bunny again, or a bunny skin. The last two times that happened, they both released a character or a bunny themed event afterwards, which is why we think this. Next, you also have the archive. The archive over here showed Jinx Player. What is Jinx Player? Jinx Player is Rouge's event, which means both bunny things happened here, which potentially teases that yes, Bunnies is coming soon. And then again, I think between so for example, this didn't have many upvotes, but I think between this is the main Reddit. I don't know why I didn't have many upvotes, but I think between Bunny Exia and Jinx Player coming to archives, the chance of the next event being this year's Bunny event, Nikke/Casino event is pretty high. You can also wait until the next character's reveal since Absolute's banner lasts until September 4th. When the event ends, yeah, pretty much that's when it ends, so you have plenty of time to make the decision. Still up to you. We should have, we should know who the next, or the Bunny Girls are by that point. But what does this mean? So let's go over this. First things first. Jinx Player, we're going to ignore that. Bunny Exia. Here's the proof that we have. Bunny Exia launches for September. That's how that's going to work over here. That'll be September's sort of pass. That's when that launches. Now, how did Mission Pass work? Mission Pass Season 33 teased what? It was tied into summertime. Because it's a summer update, you got a summer skin. Beyond that, obviously a Pilgrim update, you're going to get a Pilgrim skin. One of these is spring. I'm too stupid to realize which one. One of these is Maid update. I think it's this one because it was with Mast and that. This was Christmas. These were two Christmases. Christmas and this was like New Year, so they both were Christmas themed. I have no idea. This was Halloween. Was this November? So this was like anniversary, I think. Yeah, it was the anniversary gold skin that everybody wanted. Over here, because they released an ASMR and she was part of the event. That's why. I don't know what Leona was. This was because of Schoolgirls, correct? Schoolgirls teased this one. How do you know, Go-Go? Because remember, this is December. We progress over here. This is probably June or July, and this is probably August, right? If I were to show it to you, the skin prior to that was the summer skin. So go to summer. Where's summer? Summer was, summer was July, making her the August skin, right? If I go back over here, boom, that's going to be July. That's probably going to be August, yeah? And then Bunnies was over here, making that June. So there you go. I was right, yeah. June. This was July. This was August. So remember, they relaunched a Schoolgirl getting a Schoolgirl skin, or like a skin for a Schoolgirl character, during the Schoolgirl major update. This was, again, the summer major update, and this was the June major update. So what was June's major update? Let's go check that. June's major update was, drum roll please, right there. So May 30th, Soda. June 6th, Alice. You see what I mean? Whenever they do that, where they launch a Bunny Girl skin, it confirms, or it like teases that's the major update. For example, again, ever since the season past 20, we've had how many seasons? We've had 14 seasons. It's been that long since you last had a Bunny Girl update. So remember, no Bunny Girl skin was dropped in that time frame, and no Bunny Girl update was dropped in that time frame. They did drop Rouge, but again, she wasn't technically a Bunny Girl. She was part of the Bunny Girl major update, or a miniature update, but not a Bunny Girl. So that's why I'm saying, like, maybe they don't do like what they do with Rouge and make it like a singular character. I think it might just be double bunnies, or it could be what they did with Rouge. We'll have to see. They can do anything they want there. But progressing onwards, where was the other bunny skin? So for example, this was September because this was near actually, so I knew that for a fact. This is probably August. This is probably July, and then so August, July, June. I actually have. Why am I doing this? April, right there. Why am I doing all this? This launched. So if this is, that means this launched the month after. So they don't tweet it at the end of the month. They tweet it for the next month. So July. So that's basically. So ignoring April, it's not April because it's teased for the following month. That's gonna be May, right? So May, June, July, August, which makes sense, and then September. So I was correct there, but my whole brain just died for a second. Like, wait, am I right? So pretty much it's teased for May, right? April, May, boom. That was launched in May. So they've done this before. We've played these games before. Whenever they show off a Bunny Girl, it usually goes for Bunny Girl update. But as you can see around it also, what was after Bunny Girls, right? It went into basically Second Story, which was just like a one-off. And it went over here into Summertime. And then Near. This was themed like Near because it was like a similar skin style. This is November, so it's like a nurse, like kind of Halloweenish costume. That's October, very much. This is December. And then I'm guessing New Year's, remember? We had that update with the Hot Springs, which was crazy. Right, October, November, yeah, sorry. So this was just for Anniversary, because she was the main skin for Anniversary. This was December because of the Hot Spring update, which was Christmas. So you've seen it. It happened before. That's pretty simple. What that means is potentially you're getting that, but you can also get something like Rouge. Remember, Rouge did not get a bunny skin during her mission pass. She wasn't considered a major update, but they could be just doing like a one-off like Rouge, because there is one more character left to release from that squad, and that's this person over here. She's the final member of the, I think, final member. Somebody correct me because I'm going to get that wrong. I believe she is the final member. I know that there were 4 total. Rouge was the one that we knew about. Now, we knew about this also. We knew that Rouge would drop because of the tease that they had back then. So I think that this is, because again, she was leaked in the files forever. She isn't leaked. I don't think we know what she looks like either. But she is the final member of the 777 squad. Or one of the members of the 777 squad. So that's there. Or it could be somebody else that is, again, like, not Blanc Noir. They did Blanc Noir. So obviously, they did the previous update, like Soda and Alice, where they do, like, Bunny Aid. And Bunny, you know, somebody else I'm trying to think of here. Who could they cook with? Bunny Sakura. I don't know. They already did Summer Sakura, but they could pick an old Nikke. Dude, at the rate they're going, Bunny Helm. Because Helm just sells so much. They could do anything they want, but take a Nikke, put him in a bunny costume, or launch 2 brand new bunny Nikkes. It's up to them. This year, when they did the maids, they did maids like this. Last year, when they did maids, they did separately, right? They did the release for Aid, so she was like a brand new Nikke, and then Privity getting like the altar, but depends. So it could be that or it could be that. But the last thing I wanted to show you before I leave was a quick part of the video anyways, but Absolute update goes until 9/4. This is the story calendar. Sadly, it doesn't tease the next banner because of how this update is structured. The update is freaking 4 weeks long. So sadly, because of that, we do not get to know what the next banner is. Episode Vesti is obviously tying into the Absolute event. It has nothing to do with the next banner, which is, it's cry-worthy, I know, but Champion Arena kicks up 828. It also kicks up 814, so that kicked up yesterday. Special Arena Italian, 827. Rookie Arena, 820. Solo Raid, 821. Be ready for that. They just tweeted it today. Coordinate Operation, the 22nd. Full Burst Day, the 23rd. 16th also says tomorrow. Get ready, or I think today, actually, right? At Reset. And then 8/7 until 9/4, the 21-day long event. So, pretty decent amount of stuff here, but yeah, sadly, this does not tease the next banner. What we have teasing it is the Bunny Girl Casino event. This thing over here, and this thing over here, Jinx Player. So both of those. So Bunny Exia makes sense, right? This is again for May. This was again for June. Both were major updates for those months. Yeah, both were Bunny Girls. Thoughts, opinions?